guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the new CreativeStudio from Sawgrass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the old version versus the new version, how to find things, stuff like that. And this is kind of my first time really playing with it, so bear with me, but we're going to go through it together just to see how easy it is to bring in designs, create something, find the free files and stuff like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Number one, when you get to Sawgrass Inc., the main page, this is where they're going to be. So when you go to sawgrassinc.com, you're going to see where it says CreativeStudio. This is the old version, and this is the new version. Now, I don't know how long they're going to let you access the old version. If there's features that are missing on the new version, you can still access those currently on the old version. Another thing is, some things that are missing on the new version, they're coming very soon. So if you guys need more information, definitely check out Sawgrass's Facebook page, which I will have linked below, as well as their YouTube. They're having tons and tons of tutorials right now, as well as answering those questions. Let's go ahead and check out, let's take a peek at the old one versus the new. So like I said, here's the old one, here's the new one. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this down. This is the old version. Now, I know I don't have them full screen because I'm going to show you back and forth. So the old version, new version. So this is the front page of the new one, and then this is the front page of the old one. So you can already see how much the old one, you guys have to realize, is really old. It's really outdated, and it really needed this huge upgrade. Yes, it's going to be a very big change, but I think we're going to grasp onto it very quickly, and then they're going to bring in some really cool features that were missing maybe from the old one with time. So just stay tuned. So I love how bright, you can see automatically how bright white it is compared to how it was gray and dull and stuff. So up here you would see products, designs, images, text, and then obviously your clear, undo, object stuff, select all, zoom. So there was all of that. Here was your stuff to do your sizing, rotate, all of that. And then here was our stuff to mess with our object stuff. So if we come over to the new one, we can see where it says start creating here, or it has like, you know, search for blank products kind of right in here, recent creation. So when we create stuff, obviously this is the first time really playing with it, so I haven't created anything. We have home, which is obviously going to be this main page, creations, which is going to be the stuff that we create, galleries, I'm going to assume our images that we bring in, as well as our creations, and then favorites, whether it looks like favorite blanks, creations, designs, elements, fonts. I love this. This is going to be a very nice spot to get to those items very quick. All right, so let's go back up to home. When I get to this page, the very first thing I'm going to do is hit start creating. Now this is going to be our page, which to me would be, once you get to this page, would technically be the home page of the old page, if that makes sense. So I feel like once you click start creating, then you're officially here from the old page, if that makes sense. So from here, you can see blank products, creations, designs, elements, text, galleries, and then more, and then upgrade, which I'm assuming upgrade is going to be where you would pay that annual membership maybe to get. We'll peek at that here in just a second. Right now we're currently on blank products, and you can see it's showing all of those. We're also going to be able to now see these in 3D, so we can kind of play around with what our stuff is actually going to look like. That in itself is huge. So we're going to check that in a minute. But it looks like once you're on like a blank design, you have a grid that you can bring in. You have guidelines. You can select all, select everything you've got in there, your trash can, and start new. It looks like we have objects, the toolbox, text, appearance, all that over here. We have save, downloads, share. So you have save, download, share, and print. You can change it from English to French, Spanish, German, and Italian. So you can change that language. Sign out, our username, and all of that. And it looks like you can still switch from here to go to the old studio. So you have all of this. So let's go ahead and go through the products a little bit here. So you have clothing, drinkware, gifts, homeware, keychains, ornaments, pets, photo panels, pillows, tech accessories, textiles, tiles, and ceramics. We'll go to clothing, and then you're going to see all of these here. So say basic performance t-shirt. There it is. So it's really cool because now you're getting this 3D effect. Like you can see the guy standing there wearing it. instead of it just being like a blank t-shirt. So for example, that's why I have the old one pulled up. So if we were to do a t-shirt on the old one, we would come to products. See, in the old one, I could type in, say we did t-shirt. It would bring it up. I'm going to click on t-shirt. We're going to do the front. This is how it would come in. So you couldn't really still see where that image was going to be, how it was going to look. Now it's 3D. So look at how cool this one looks. I'm going to bring them side by side a little bit to make it easier to see that. So how much cooler does this look, especially for you guys that own a business that are doing this, to show this to your clients? So say, for example, I'm making a t-shirt for the schools. I could actually print this out for the parents to see what it's going to look like. So that's really neat in itself, which we're going to bring in a design and play with those here in just a little bit. So same thing. Say I want to switch it over to a, you know, slimmer fit shirt. I just absolutely love this. You know, crew neck sweatshirt. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Even like a hoodie. So you can see exactly where that's going to line, especially for us that are dealing with these pieces right here where it's going to overlap on those stitch lines. It's really nice to see where that's going to kind of line up. So I'm actually really digging this. Okay, so now we could go to the back of the shirt, of course, and then to the front of the shirt. Also, you can, on this side, this is what you're going to see. Once you bring in your template, you're going to see object, which you can, you know, expand here, which you're going to see text and the image. And then you're going to have toolbox, text. This is where you're going to write in your own text, choose your font, and all of that stuff. You could search all of the fonts here, and you can see it's pages after pages. And then center and all of that good snazz here. So all of your text stuff is here. All of your appearance stuff is here. Bring it to the front, send it to the backwards, you know, duplicate it, rotate, all of that kind of stuff, your effects. So this is where you're going to, you know, do those effects, your outline color, fill color, all of that is here. And then down here, you can choose what shirt size. So the color and stuff, I could click it here and change the color. So this little t-shirt here allows me to change my color of the t-shirt. So for example, I want to change it to white. And then down here is where you can change the size. So right now it's on extra small. I could go all the way up to 4XL. I'm going to go to medium. All right, so I can click that to go away there. And then, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and try to bring a design in. So we're going to come back to designs. So to find your free designs, all you're going to have to do when you first get to designs, up here in the search, type in free. And it's going to bring all of those up. So holiday and special events, love free, all of these. Now, once you click on it, it's going to bring up all the designs within that category. And as you can see, when you click on it, you have pages and pages to do, as well as if you want to do the premium. Okay, so we could go backwards here. So I could exit out of here. I could click back on designs, get rid of that free. I could type in premium. And then it's only going to bring up any sort of premium design. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do our free. Now, before I pick a free design, let's go ahead and touch base really quickly on upgrading. If you decide that you want to go ahead and do that yearly or monthly subscription, you're going to come down here, hit upgrade. You would click build your business. And then you can either become a monthly member or an annual member. So for monthly, it's $19.95 a month, or $16.66 a month. It's $199 annually. But right now, and I don't know how long this is going on, go to become annual member. And then you can click in the promo code right here, new 40. So this is how it's going to be spelled all together, and you can see it's applied, and it's going to come to $119.97. Once again, I do not know how long this is going to be, so if you're going to do it, I would recommend doing it now. They were supposed to have had a promo code that was 50 Friday altogether, and that was for the monthly. It took off 1 month, just 1 month. It was 50% off, so it would make 1 month $10, and then the rest of them would be that $19.99. But I highly recommend for the value to use that new 40 and get it for $119.97. Once again, don't know how long, so I highly recommend you check that out ASAP. So we're going to go back to designs here. I'm going to type in free. Once again, I will be purchasing, so after today, I'm actually going to go to upgrade. I didn't want to do it yet, so it wouldn't be confusing for you guys. I will be upgrading mine, so that way I can show you guys the premium side of it. Is it worth it? Give you guys my review on that, so I will be doing that today. But let's go ahead and go with free. So we've got free. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on holiday and special events, and I'm going to just click on this one right here, just bringing something in. All right, here we go. So you can see that we've got it in. And what's really neat, if you can see, whenever I hover over these areas, it looks like I can size them separate. So that's really cool. So if I wanted to make this a little bit bigger, I would click on it and I could bring it out bigger. Okay. Now to undo that, I would simply, what I'm going to simply do is you can click on these here, which would highlight whichever one it is. So say, for example, the one that we did was here. I could come over here and hit reset, and that's going to bring that back down to size. So there's that. And I could also do it over here. So say, for example, I clicked it there. I could come to scale, and I could do that here as well. So there's that. Once again, if I wanted to bring that back down, I would click on that and hit reset and bring it back down to normal. For example, I've got this one highlighted. This would be that duplicate. So I could bring in, that's obviously brought in a second image. To delete it, I would simply hit trash. We have flips, so if we did this, we could flip it. Cropped, we can click here, hit crop, so that way we can, you know, change all of that. And then we have clear white, so remove background, so that way any sort of background that's on there, we could take that away. So say, for example, I wanted to clear that out where the t-shirt came through there. Let's see, hit reset. So say, for example, let's actually do that with this shirt. So it's like it had the outline, but not that. So that's a really cool feature. So there's that. Then you have tiling. So you can create that and make it multiple there. See what tiling is, where you can, it'll bring up and obviously repeat it multiple times, and then bring forward. So for example, this better's kind of backwards. I could click on it right there and hit bring forward. And then you can see where that obviously just kind of popped it forward. And then you have fill color. So for example, this is yellow. I could change it to red and all of that. All right. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to change it back a little bit. Just leave it like that. Okay, just so we can see it. We have that, and then you can exit out of there just like that. Once again, scale is to do this, to bring that in and out. Rotate, you know, obviously rotate. So there's all the things that you can do to that. Once we're done with this, we can either hit save, download it, share it. And that's going to be with that premium, I believe, where we could share it onto Facebook. So that would be something for me. I could come in here, design something for you guys, and I can now share it with you guys so y'all could create it and make the exact same thing. And then we obviously have print. Then we wanted to save this, so that way we have a creation. So we're going to create new. And the category is going to be, I'm going to say mom. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. And then so I'm going to click mom. And then I'm going to hit save. Let's try another one really fast and we're going to wrap it up. Obviously, I'm going to dig into this deeper. I'm going to purchase the upgrade. But don't worry, for you guys that are following along that don't plan on upgrading, I am going to be using the free as well as bringing in images. In just a second, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my own image as well and show you how to save. So don't worry, we're going to touch that. But obviously, this year, 2020, we're going to dig in deep with Sawgrass and sublimation. So stay tuned with that. So let's go ahead and jump into another creation really fast. Let's do a mug because I want to show you the 3D effect. Let's go to drinkware. We're going to choose our mug. Let's say we do this one. We're going to do a 20 ounce, which obviously, I believe the 11 ounce is the most popular. And simply, if you want to search 11 ounce on this, you can type in 11. And it's going to bring up your 11 ounce mugs. So let's do the 11 ounce mug since it's the most popular. All right, so let's bring in an image. Let's go back to designs and let's go to free. Oop. Okay, now let's do, I want to try to make sure I find something too that's going to be long. Okay, let's bring this one in. Maybe it's because there we go. Okay, so I want to move this dance down somewhere like this. And I'm going to change the color because obviously we're using a white mug. So I'm going to change the fill color here. And let's just say that it was Just say that was this blue, okay, as well. So that way it really stands out. I'm happy with everything else. So now what you can do really quick, because you don't know, you want to see how is this going to look on this. I can hit select all, and I can actually scoot it over just a little bit more. So say I'm somewhere like this. At this point, I'm going to hit unselect all. Okay, so once you have this designed out, now I really was hoping for a design, but since it's free, you don't have a lot of those ones that really stretch out compared to the ones that are paid for. So I really wanted to play with a design that covered this, but either way, you'll get the point. So once I have this designed out, I have it where I want it, I could come over here to 3D preview. And this is where it's amazing. So this is something I'm super pumped about as well, just like the t-shirt. So now we can see what it's going to look like on the mug. Where's it going to line up? And you can turn it. So I can grab it with my mouse holding down, and I can turn this whole thing and figure out upside down, you know, do I want to add something on the bottom here? Stuff like that. I can see what the inside of the mug, you can just really play with the whole thing. It's really cool. So I can see exactly what this is going to look like. So this is where it would land on this side of the mug. Do I want to scoot it over to where it's kind of centered? How far on the mug? So I've got this much of a gap here and this much of a gap there. So you can totally see from all angles how this is going to look. I love this. And then I could literally print this out however I wanted to, you know, screenshot this or whatever. So that way I could share this image with, say, for example, once again, I'm making mugs for the church. And so they're selling these, and they can literally see this is what it's going to look like, and make up a whole spreadsheet. So I'm really excited about that, especially for Etsy. You could definitely, this is something where you could design it out. So you're not having to make all these cups ahead of time. I could design it like this, take some screenshots and post these on my Etsy, which I believe there's going to be a connection with your store. So maybe there's a way that you're going to be able to save these and send it directly over to your Etsy store and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that, but I know there's a lot of changes with that as well. So just wanted to show that feature. Absolutely love it. Now say that we wanted to print, we would once again hit print. And you would go through, it says we've updated the Sawgrass printer manager. Now it's your turn. Upgrade the latest version of print manager and enter into a chance to win a set of ink cartridges. So we could click here, I believe, to go do that. And we're going to hit OK. Now I'm going to do that later. So that'll be on our next video, probably Wednesday. I'm going to go through all of that process so y'all can see that. And then we're going to print something out. Now let's go ahead and get out of this. So once again, once you go to print, this is all that normal stuff, but we need to upgrade. Okay, so we're going to show that in the next video. What we're going to do is we're going to come down to galleries. We're going to go to my images, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload one. So whether it's a PNG, JPEG, or SVG. So I'm going to click in upload. You can bring this in from upload, Facebook, Instagram, Pixabay, and Legacy CS. So I'm going to do upload. And then I'm going to choose my file. So for example, I'm going to bring in my sub logo PNG, my sub logo, choose. And this is the image here. And as you can see, the progress is currently going. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So you can see the progress starting to go. And I could have renamed that, and I didn't. I left it at sub logo. And here it is. So now to bring it in and use it, so for example, let's go to blank products. Let's go to drinkware. I'm going to type in 11 ounce again. Go down, choose that mug. I'm going to go back to galleries, my images, and I'm going to pick this image here. Okay, so then I can resize this however I want. Say I have it like this. I could do that 3D preview again. And now I can see this is what my design is going to look like. This is one that I brought in on my own. Okay. Now let me show you really quick. I'm going to bring in one that I've purchased off of Etsy. So we'll go to my images, upload image, upload. I'm going to go to recent, and I'm going to type in SVG so I can find something that I have brought in. I'm going to do PNG. Okay. I'm going to put PNG. All right, that way I can find something. So say this one right here, choose. So this is something I have purchased off of Etsy. I'm gonna hit save. All right, now that's in. I'm gonna go ahead and hit start new. I'm gonna go to clothing, and I'm gonna choose a crew neck, I'm going to choose a sweatshirt. Okay. I'm going to change my color. I can change my color of my t-shirt anytime. So let's bring in our galleries. Let's go to images. And then here's in the design that we just brought in. So I've got it here. Now, I can choose my color of t-shirt. So for example, say I want to go to the white one so that way I can really see it pop. There it is. And then I can resize that and do whatever I want to. I can either do it there. I can do it over here. Bring this in just like so. But whatever I wanted to do to resize that. And then if I wanted to put something on the back as well, I could do that. So there it is. It's how you guys are going to bring in an image, whether you brought it from Etsy, you've designed it yourself, etc. And then once again, we would be able to share that with whoever, maybe it's in private or whatever it is, to have that final design. We could save this. I could screenshot by hitting Shift Command 5 on my computer. I would bring it into where it was just my design. So this is with a Mac, by the way. And I could simply go over this and I could capture this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit capture. There it is. I could click this and there's my image. I could print this out, make a whole thing, like put it on a spreadsheet of whatever I have, show it to whatever, you know, so whether somebody's ordering t-shirts, whatever it is, like I said before, and have a mock-up now showing on that 3D. And now I'm pretty sure like this guideline, we could get rid of that if we wanted to. So that way it's just a t-shirt. So you can have it there or take it away. Grid line, it's the same thing. You can have that on the t-shirt. It's not just the square. So I could have the guideline and the grids. So I could really figure that out. And then there it is. So I could actually bring this up a little bit so I can figure out how I want it. So at this point, this is the way that I would Shift Command 5. I would capture it this way. So it was perfect. You're not having any of that stuff to make sense. So there's the basics of getting started. I think it's going to be a little bit of getting used to. We haven't even played with the text. I could click text here. I can upload one, upload font, and then, you know, bring it in. So let me see if I have a font really quick. Okay, so say for example, I have the Charlotte, bring it in. Then it says, please upgrade to premium. So you have to be a premium member to have that. So that's what's going to happen there. And then we're going to go back to text here, Creative Studio's text. These are all the text they have. So say for example, I wanted to play around with this one here. I'm going to click it. This is where I'm going to type in my text. I'm going to type in, hey, hey, and then grab that, bring it up so you guys can see it. I could actually delete this trash just so we can see. There's a cute one, which obviously it's on a boy here, but say it said boy bye. It's one of my favorite shirts that says this. So say it was on there like this, super cute. And at this point, I can change it to bold, you know, all of that kind of stuff here. I can, you know, bring it over, center it, do whatever I need to do there. Sizing, I can also size here as well. So there's your text to simply show you that. If I want to change my field color, I could change I can change my color there, all of that good stuff. So, so there's that. There's the basics of doing all that. Now, also I wanted to point out with the font is arcing it. So there's your image there. And then if I wanted to arc it, I could go ahead and do that here. My stroke, I can change that here. So I can really get like that shadow going on there. Rotate it, all of that good stuff here. And then once again, arc. So you can completely, you know, take it around this way or that way. All of that stuff. So there's that. So, and once again, the outline colors here. So if I wanted to change that color, you know, there, just like that. So there it is. It's super easy. Also the fonts, you see all these fonts here. I didn't even point out, look at all of those pages of fonts. So you have a ton of fonts to play with. Also, they did say in their live, the other day that if there's something that's super popular out there, say that it came from another program or something, but everybody uses it, they'll try to see if they can purchase it to bring it into there. So if they get enough requests, that's something that's out there as well. So there it is. So I hope this is enough to help you guys get started playing with it, to see that I definitely think it was a well-needed upgrade. To look at the new upgraded version to the old version, you can definitely see the difference there. It was definitely a well-needed upgrade. I definitely love the 3D effects. What is your favorite new feature? What is something that you missed that you're hoping they're going to bring in? Or what is your favorite feature that that they've changed? Let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned. We have tons of stuff to cover with this. And on Wednesday, we're going to make something and print all the way through. We're going to do our upgrades that we need for our printer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.